Welcome back to the channel, guys. This is Deep and you are watching Scent Saga. Today's video is basically about two perfumes from the house of Pendora Scents, which is Intense Wayfarer and Charuto Mysterious Tobacco. This two Pendora Scent basically comes from the house of Paris Corner. They are UAE based perfumes, and a few subscribers basically commented that I should try the Intense Wayfarer from the house of Paris Corner. And while purchasing this one, I did some research of my own and I went ahead and I purchased the Mysterious Tobacco as well. And after trying them out for almost 2 to 3 weeks now, spoiler, they spoiled me. Due to this two perfume, I'm never gonna buy two designer perfumes because these two basically are very similar to two of my favorite designer perfumes. And in this video, I'm going to talk about them in a complete detailed manner. As much as I can in terms of the pricing, the projection, the longevity, the smell structure, everything there is to know. And hopefully by the end of this video, I will be able to give you all the necessary details for you to decide whether to go with this two perfume or skip this one. Okay. Before I get started with the video, one small disclaimer. I am a perfume enthusiast and not a perfume expert. Whatever I talk in this video is going to be my own personal experience and my own personal opinion. So with that being said, let's get started with the video. So the first perfume that I'm going to review today is basically Intense Wayfarer from Pendora Scents. Before I get started, I just want to say that I'm going to add some timestamps so that if in case you landed on this video just to check out one specific perfume as a review, the timestamp will basically help you and save you some time. So with that out of the way, let's talk about Intense Wayfarer. This is how the bottle looks. Okay. Very solid, heavy bottle made of glass. The cap is basically a blend of metal and plastic. Nothing to complain, okay? And the atomizer is decent as well. Let me show you. Perfect. So presentation wise, it's a really good bottle. There's a groove at the bottom as well. So, just letting you know, there is a groove. It doesn't really matter, but I'm just letting you know. Now, what is the smell like? I have tested it side by side with a decant of Azzaro's Most Wanted, okay? This was a decant that I bought and I have been testing it out quite a number of times to see how the perfume is, because when the subscriber basically recommended me this perfume, he basically told me that this is going to be a very good clone of the Most Wanted and I think you should try it out. So the moment I bought it, I rested it for a few days and I then started testing it with the Most Wanted to see how close the smell are. And if I have to give it a percentage, I would say it's around 80% to 85% over there. But there is a catch. The 80 to 85% only you will be able to tell if you apply them side by side, okay? Say you put it in this hand, you put it in this hand, and then you smell them up close. And after smelling them for a few times, you will be able to understand the nuanced differences. But when you're applying it in the air and you're just walking by, somebody gets a whiff of it, I think 9 out of 10 times, they won't be able to recognize if you're wearing the Intense Wayfarer or you're wearing the Most Wanted. It's that close. Now in the top note, when I say the smell structure is a tad bit different, that is only in the mid note, because the top note is very similar to Azzaro's Most Wanted. It starts off with cardamom. At the mid, Most Wanted uses the note of toffee, while Intense Wayfarer uses the note of caramel. That is the only difference. Again, at the base, it's ambery, warm, spicy. Same with Pendora Scents. I only feel that there is a hint of a floral note at the mid, which I feel is a tad bit different between the two. But again, it's very, very, very hard to distinguish between the two. Okay. So in case you're looking for a good Most Wanted clone out there, I think Pendora's Intense Wayfarer can be a really good option for you. Pricing wise, this sells for $1,499 for a 100 milliliter bottle. And I have bought this from Frag Stock, I believe, but I don't have any affiliation or affinity to any website. Wherever you get it at a lower price, you can go ahead and purchase it from that. But I got mine for $1,499, which is basically 1,500 rupees. Okay. Now, what about the longevity and the projection and everything about this perfume? Okay. So the moment you spray it, let me show you how the oil concentration is. Okay. It's not at all like heavy oil concentration, but at the same time, it's an EDP and it projects really well for the first 1 hour with a moderate projection. This is not a beast mode perfume, a moderate projecting perfume. Great. I would say it will not offend anybody, choke anybody out, because the perfume is sweet. So in case it's a very heavy projecting perfume, sometimes the perfume might claw you. With this one, that is not the case, which is really good. The longevity that I got from this one when applied on the clothes was around 7 to 7.5 hours during the winters. I am not going to test it in the summer because I don't think this is a summer perfume anyway. So during the winters on my clothes, this has easily given me 7 to 7.5 hours of longevity, and a very decent longevity. It was not like I'm sniffing them like this and then I'm getting the whiff. I mean, for the last 1 hour, it became very close, but for the rest of the time, it was a very good perfume in terms of the longevity as well. The only caveat or the only bad stuff that I could find about this perfume was the bottle itself, because the bottle is opaque, not translucent. I'm not able to see how much juice is left in my bottle. And that is a complaint that I personally have. If I am not able to see the juice, how much the juice is left, that is a problem with me. That might not be the case with you. That, according to me, is a design flaw. Apart from that, I don't have any complaints whatsoever with the perfume. I don't get any alcoholic blast from it. This is a very decent perfume, and for $14.99, how can I complain when the OG is selling for around 5 times that price? And at just $1,500, which is 1/5 of that price, this is able to compete with the OG. If I have to tell one nuance difference, that is going to be the richness in the Azzaro's Most Wanted is going to be better. The elements that have been used in Azzaro's Most Wanted are a bit better. So in case you have the budget to go ahead and purchase the Azzaro's Most Wanted, you're welcome. You can go ahead and do that. But I am not going to do that, because for me, I get more worth for my money when I'm purchasing this one. At just 1/5 of the price, I'm getting almost 80 to 85% of that same experience. Following the Pareto's principle, the 80-20 rule, I'm just going to go with this one. So that was my take on Intense Wayfarer from the house of Pendora Scents. If in case you have already owned or smelled Most Wanted but can't afford it now or don't want to buy it now, then blind buy the Pendora Scents Intense Wayfarer. For everybody else out there who haven't smelled the Most Wanted DNA, don't blind buy this. Get a decant first, test it out, see it works for you, then and only then go ahead and purchase it. That is my review for the Intense Wayfarer. Now let's move on to the next perfume, which is basically Charuto Mysterious Tobacco by Pendora. Okay. This is again a very, very, very good alternative to one of my favorite winter perfumes, which is Mancera's Red Tobacco. Okay. This is basically the decant that I got, and this is basically Charuto's Mysterious Tobacco. This is a frosted glass. The good thing about this is I can see the juice in this one. By the way, this, I have seen Pendora Scents website. This is not the one they are selling as the exact clone of Red Tobacco. They have got another one. I forgot the name of it, but this is not the one. Okay, this is basically a hybrid between Carolina Herrera's Mystery Tobacco and Mancera's Red Tobacco. So I think Pendora Scents did a very smart, created a very smart move over here. Okay. In terms of the name, they kept it Mysterious Tobacco, citing that this is kind of close to the Mystery Tobacco from Carolina Herrera. But at the same time, they changed the bottle to red color, citing that this is also kind of inspired by Red Tobacco. Okay. So also the bottle looks really decent. And again, the atomizer is really nice. Let me show you. Perfect. No complaints whatsoever. Now, the only reason I'm going to purchase Charuto's Mysterious Tobacco over Mancera's Red Tobacco is smell-wise, they're very similar, around 80 to 85% of that same DNA, same smell. But at the same time, I feel Charuto's Mysterious Tobacco is more wearable, because Mancera's Red Tobacco is a very beast mode projecting perfume. Okay, the moment you spray it for the first 10 minutes, there is a very harsh medicine-like smell, because the perfume is very potent. It's a thick, potent perfume. Charuto's Mystery Tobacco is kind of a bit more airy compared to Mancera's Red Tobacco. It has got the same notes of cherry, piped dry tobacco, ginger, clove, nutmeg. All in all, this is almost as good as Mancera's Red Tobacco, but more wearable in my opinion. Also, that entire alcoholic medicinal blast, I won't say it's an alcoholic blast in Mancera's Red Tobacco, I will say it's a medicinal blast, a harsh medicinal blast, which Charuto's Mysterious Tobacco doesn't have, which is good in my opinion. Okay, so I wore this in my office during the daytime. Okay, remember, mostly I suggest Mancera's Red Tobacco as an evening perfume, where it was a very cold winter morning here in my place, and I wore this to the office. And surprisingly, I got a lot of compliments on that day wearing this one. Somehow, people came and asked me what perfume I was wearing because they felt that it was very premium and the smell was very intoxicating, according to them. And they are not frag heads, they are not aware of which perfume is which one, what is the pricing or anything. So when I told them it's a mysterious tobacco from Pendora Scents, they were like, okay, good perfume. So all in all, my hunt for the red tobacco alternative ended the moment I bought this one, is because I can usually enjoy this more because this is more wearable, and at the same time the pricing on this one is again similar to Intense Wayfarer, 1499, 1500 basically for a 100 milliliter bottle. So again, inexpensive according to me. Also, the projection on this one is really good. It's not super beast mode or nuclear as Mancera's red tobacco, but this is kind of very close to a beast mode projecting perfume. Okay, it's better than Intense Wayfarer in terms of the projection. This is loud, but at the same time, this will not bother anybody. I have applied 6 sprays while I was going to the office, and it projected properly for the first 1 to 1.5 hour. It created a nice sillage, and at the same time on the clothes, it lasted for 7 to 8 hours easily. And the best part was, while I was working, maybe at the 3rd hour or the 4th hour, I was getting this nice soft whiff of the cherry and tobacco along with the spices. And that was magical for me, okay? I mean, I personally love the smell, so I can be a bit biased with the smell structure, but at the same time, I was feeling like, wow, a 1500 priced perfume competing with something as high as 9000, but at the same time doing justice to the way the smell is. I was kind of surprised by it and at the same time impressed. Thanks to those subscribers who recommended these perfumes to me. Because of you, I'm never going to buy or spend more money on the designer fragrances, and these two are going to be always in my collection. Whenever I run out of these perfumes, I'm going to get another batch because I feel these are worthy in my collection as long as I'm wearing perfumes. Okay, this can't go wrong, at least for me. Now let me tell you a few more things about this two perfume that I personally feel. If you're a guy below 30, you are into clubbing, you are into partying, you have a lot of female friends, you go out on dates, okay, you go out for, you hang out with your friends a lot. In that case, get the Intense Wayfarer because I think that will suit more to your personality. This is a charming, inviting, cozy, seductive perfume. So that's Intense Wayfarer for me. If you're the guy who's a bit, matured, above 30, serious with your work, okay, a true gentleman, I would say, wear suits to the office, okay. I don't know if you're smoking or not. Somebody who's more into one-to-one conversation than one-to-many, okay. Imagine like a personality of a John Wick, person who talks less but talks very intense, deep. Then I think Mysterious Tobacco, top-notch option for you. Go ahead, purchase it, and I think you will come and thank me in the comment section. That is what I personally feel. So that's pretty much the review for these two perfumes. I have been very pleasantly surprised and impressed by Pendora Scents, this two offering, Intense Wayfarer and Mysterious Tobacco. In case you have used this one, use the comment section to share your thoughts. In case you haven't and you plan on purchasing, do it. Come back to the comment section and let me know if you have enjoyed them. So with that, I hope this video was insightful enough for you to make a proper decision, and I hope you will not need another review or another video to get more information out of it. In case you need more information about the same, please go ahead, use the comment section. I will try and reply to all the possible comments as much as I can from my end. So with that, this is Deep signing off. I'll see you in the next one very soon. Bye-bye.